Hey guys, Rob again here, one of the founders of Dwelling Reports. And honestly, one of the reasons I helped start Dwelling Reports was because I wanted a tool to do annual real estate reviews. It's something that I offer or try to offer all of my clients, but to be honest, they were so time consuming to put together, I could never get all of them done. So Dwelling Reports was honestly built as a solution to that problem. So let me show you how to do an annual real estate review, which is really touted by a lot of real estate coaches as a big difference between people who produce a lot of business in real estate and those who don't. And so here we go. So I have a few of my test clients set up here, and let's go ahead and let's look at Sandy's profile. So I have Sandy has this rustic court property, and she just recently bought this Cape Cod property as well. And simply enough, I can just come in here because I've set up everything. I have the neighborhood circled on the map and not a lot of parameters. All I can do is I can just kind of come in here and say, okay, I'm going to view this report. Now, again, this is just going into the MLS and it's pulling together all of the properties that have sold in the last, several months or years, or depending on how many properties have been sold, and it's putting it together and collating it and putting these charts and graphs together. So because of that, next year, when I come back and I want to do a real estate review for Sandy again, I just have to click that button again. And all of these dot plots and all these properties over here are going to be a little bit different because there will be more recent activity in this next year. So you can just click that button, which is great. So she bought this property down here. She did great. She's obviously got some good equity. It looks like homes on a price per finished square footage basis and kind of like that C quality. This would be B or average quality, and this would be A quality up here. These properties have something unique going on, like they back to a golf course over in Golden Meadows, and you can see that by just clicking into it and seeing kind of the location and finishes. This is a good example, like obviously this is backing to a golf course, is very nice inside, things like that. You can see all that by coming down here and shifting through the photos. It's got solar panels. It's just a beautiful home. So what I would do with this is I would just say, okay, it looks like, if all things are genuine, she's done a few updates to this house. It's probably going to put her right in this mark. This house sold for 630,000. This house sold for 620,000. We're probably going to be in this like 615 to 630 mark, somewhere in there. And letting her know like, hey, you could probably, if you finished your house and had some nice improvements in there, um, we could get even 670 for similar square footage, because this house, I believe, has um, really nice, better floors, I should say, and a updated, upgraded kitchen versus a lot of what's in this neighborhood. So that's why that one's selling for more money. So that's how I'm doing that. So I would probably say, okay, this is the 615 to 630 house. So I'd say I'd come up here. I would set market value in notes. I'd say, hey, this is a 615,000 to a $630,000 house. And I'd say, hey, Sandy, you know, blah, 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 some analysis, about the house. Um, if you had an upgraded kitchen, I think we get that 670 mark. But for the condition that your house is currently in, it looks like your square footage is selling between 615 and 630,000. I would, blah, 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 whatever you want to say there to make it sound good. So then you can save this market value in notes. We can come back here to send report, copy this link, and we can drop it in an email with some analysis. Now, if you want to, your clients will really, really appreciate that. I've really found that they enjoy that. They like this hyper local touch. It's very a high end touch, and also really it's just a great excuse to call your clients and have a conversation with them. How are you doing? How are the kids doing? What's new? And you have this great report that shows them what's going on. And yeah, that's how that pretty much will work. If you want to turbocharge this and even add a more personal touch, you can use an app that does this video recording like what I'm doing right now, and explain the report to them, right? Just like I explained this report to you, they can see how you're moving across the report and all that kind of stuff. Record the video and send it to them, letting them know that you've taken a really close look at what's going on with their property, explaining some differences, talking some things through, and send them that report. You can do that through apps like BombBomb, or this is Loom, or there's a lot of video recording apps. out there that you could use. So I hope that's helpful for you. These annual reviews make a huge difference in your business, and I hope that you have great success doing them. And I hope Dueling Reports allows you to do 10 times as many as you've wanted to do in the past, much, much quicker. So have a great day.